If you were ever excited about this game, just like I was, don't be excited. Stay far, far away from this catastrophe, Friday the 13th. First off, we have to talk about the presentation and gameplay design in Friday the 13th, which is basically a play on hide and seek. Yes, the game we all played as children. Take a look at this intro to every single match you're going to be playing in Friday the 13th. This isn't Friday the 13th. Jason didn't go waltzing in to campgrounds gutting people left and right. He was always taking his time, savoring his kills, and every good kill had a unique setup. So after this ridiculous cutscene, you're dropped off as a counselor or as Jason himself, and the game begins. Either way though, the game takes the 5 minutes later shortcut approach, which is basically a way for them not to have to explain or show what exactly happens between the time Jason shows up and the time you're given control of the characters. Lazy, strike one. So you run around the map as a counselor, hiding in closets, grabbing weapons, and ultimately getting picked off one by one as Jason teleports around the map and insta-kills people. Yeah, I said teleport. Not only can you warp around the map as Jason, but you can also turn invisible and teleport in real time when you're near enemies. It's so unbelievably dumb to be running away from Jason and then he just disappears. Since when can Jason Voorhees use fucking magic to disappear? Now obviously you have to give abilities to your characters in games to make them fun, but not at the expense of authenticity to the subject matter, strike two. So basically you have one option, sneak around and find a weapon, or just hop in a boat and sit there in the water until the timer runs out, or sit in a bush and wait for the timer to run out. This is all you do in Friday the 13th. You hide, find a window of opportunity to find some car keys, call the police, and then just hide some more until the police come.
Oh my god! Oh, we need you here right now, please!
There's no gameplay here. For $40, you had better give me some fun, innovative gameplay. Although melee combat is there and you can actually pick up a gun and shoot a bitch from time to time, you just left-click the mouse, and it's a crapshoot if you'll actually hit Jason before he kills you. If you do hit him, he gets stunned for a second, giving you room to run away and try to get away. But then you circle the buildings, hide in a closet, and he finds you eventually and he kills you, or you just get away and do it all over again, for up to 30 minutes. But the weirdest part about everything in this game is how floaty and terrible the controls are. It's just that, you're not in control, it's clunky and unresponsive. And that's to say nothing of how the game actually looks and runs. Friday the 13th looks like a game made for the PlayStation 3, equipped with all the bugs, tearing, and lousy hit detection offered by a PC game made in 2005. But worst of all, the animations. The way the character runs, how animations aren't properly linked to make them fluid, and how everything is so stiff feeling. And the faces, oh my lord. Faces in Friday the 13th make the launch day facial animations of Mass Effect Andromeda look like a 10 out of 10. They are so hideous, zombie bug eyes, staring off into complete nothing, lacking any polish, fidelity, or realism. But strangest of all, the expressions of your characters don't really change. The only thing that happens is that they blink their eyes. It seems to me that this game is designed by way of event processing, meaning that once an event happens, it triggers additional things to occur within the game engine. For example, your character is a blank slate when you're running around, it's just a complete zombie. But if Jason comes near you, it triggers events. The music pops on, character faces animates, and you speak. But if you get away, it all kind of just stops and you go back to being that zombie. I've got to admit, it's really bizarre. And then there is the very forgettable progression system. You can buy perks and abilities with in-game currency that you get while playing, or buy a new pink shirt or those shiny new shoes. And if that wasn't enough, you can also get badges and achievements by performing various tasks within the game, like starting a car, which is very fun stuff. But you're not going to get that badge unless you sit through the entire match, so if you die early, you could sit there waiting for up to 30 minutes. I also want to talk about glaring omissions to game features that are missing here as well. You cannot rebind your keyboard or gamepad controls. Yes, you heard me right, you cannot rebind keyboard, mouse, or gamepad controls. Let me just say that once again, you could not rebind keyboard, mice, or gamepad controls in a 2017 video game for $40. And you probably guessed it as well, you can't adjust the field of vision because there is no FOV slider. And yes, it's very necessary. Look how close to the camera the character is. I assume this was an intentional move to make the game feel more claustrophobic, but all it does is make you feel quite sick. And when you combine that with the floaty controls that make you feel like you're on the moon, it's really terrible. And also, here's the tutorial. What is this? Friday the 13th is a terrible video game. They took the license of one of my favorite childhood memories and created the buggiest, low-quality, bargain bin version of a game they could possibly shit out. But the single redeeming feature of this game, the only thing that this game does right, is that it will make you laugh your ass off at the game. Please do yourself a favor and avoid this game at all possible costs. And can someone tell me why Friday the 13th is being released on Friday the 26th? Sorry to be the bearer of bad news for those who were excited for Jason Voorhees and Friday the 13th the game, but you know me, I'm gonna call it how it is every single time. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button, it really helps, and subscribe here for more of our future content, and you guys have a kick-ass day. We'll see you in our next video.